Andrew, are you excited for pre-kindergarten?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you gonna miss your mom?
No.
No? Oh, don't cry, are you?
I have two news. The bad one is that I am 3 days behind, and the good one is that well, it doesn't look as bad as it used to look. Okay, I know I literally took the watercolor book and ripped it in half just for this, but my sweet mom put thicker covers on it, so it doesn't look ugly anymore. I think it looks quite cute. So yeah, Inktober week 2. Here we are. Oh, what a joy to be here. Such excitement. I am excited. I am happy. It's been an interesting week, but here we are and we shall start creating characters right now because I am, like I said, 3 days behind, and I thought it would be good to talk about this because many think that they will not be able to achieve the challenge as soon as they get days behind, and I'm here to show you that it is totally normal to fall behind Inktober. Actually, my classmate, she's an artist too. She's doing Inktober too, and she's also 3 days behind. We can blame it on schoolwork since we both go to the same school and the same class and the same career. We can blame it on anything. The thing is that we should not worry, but instead get our hands to work. So let's begin. I have to film, I have to draw. I'm behind. So, OMG, just as I turned the camera on, the electricity came back to my house. Okay, I was just about to tell you how the lights went out and I had to draw, and I was like, OMG, the lights went out, and now they just came back as I turned the camera on. So, I guess there's that. So essentially what you're looking at here is, this looks like a mess. I actually don't like how in the videos you can see like the crumbs all over the tablecloth, and this is a culprit. That's him. So this used to be a cute eraser and I just murder it, like I murder all erasers. So I'm way behind, way behind. What I have posted so far on social media is up to day 9, which is Quetzalcoatl. So yeah, I still have to do up to day 14. And so here is day 10. My pretty snake lady. That looks so horrible. Okay, let me clean up the crumb better. So here's day 10, which is my snake lady. She looks extremely unimpressed. Oh yeah. Focusing the camera up. Okay, so what I did was, and I think that a lot of artists do that because my classmate was also doing this, is that essentially I lined all of these. This is, as you can see, this is day 10, and then here is the inyo wedge, and there she is. I mean, like, I need to practice my wings more. But there's that, and here is Anubis, and here's the Night Witch. So I have them all lined, and all I have to do is clean them up and color them. So yeah, I still need to do Pharaoh Witch, which I think I'm gonna do now that the light came back. I can do research and look for references. Okay, so what a lot of artists do, and I know they do that because even my classmate is doing that, is that basically you sketch and line them all, and then all you have to worry about is coloring them, which coloring in my case is, I take a long time coloring. So by doing all these sketches, here I have day 11 and day 12 and day 13. By doing all the line work, I can just focus throughout the week on the coloring. Will this be considered cheating? Possibly, because the idea of it is that you draw one every day. But there's people and artists like me that have a very busy schedule, and I cannot just stop doing my differential equations homework just because I have to do Inktober the right way. So yes, we're breaking the law, but at the same time we're achieving the goal. So just saying, the end justifies the method. I remember a guy said that, and I think his name in Spanish, or how I read it in the book, was Maquiavelo, but I don't remember it in English, so there you go. So yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing, and I was gonna do the Pharaoh Witch too, but before I started erasing all the pencil mark, but the lights went out, and then I went like, oh, I forgot to record, so I took my camera out, and as soon as I pressed record, the lights came back. So yeah, I should go sketch Pharaoh. I don't even know why I would. Yeah, let's go sketch a Pharaoh Witch. 2, we actually made it. It was actually a little bit harder for me to keep track of each day because I got behind some days, like, and by some days I mean like a lot of days. But here we are, week 2, we survived, we have the drawings. I'm going to show them to you and talk a little bit more about each character and how I made them and all that stuff. I hope you enjoy. So for day 8 was Mecha Witch, which was actually one of my favorite things to draw. I've wanted to draw a mecha for so long. I seriously just love mechas for some reason I don't quite understand myself, but I like them and I use Inktober as an excuse to draw one. So here it is. It was actually kind of fun trying to come up with a way to integrate the witch aspect of the mecha. Because if I just drew a mecha, how would you know she's a witch? Or like, I had to somehow make it obvious that she was a witch. So my solution was just to give her this sort of like hologram hat. I don't know, I think it would be made out of some sort of light projection and that will be shaped like that. The colors, I'm not so sure about them. I wasn't thinking of going this sort of, this is just very fall colored. Like, I don't know, it just reminds me of autumn, but I like it at the end. I mean, it's interesting. I had fun. I just drew what I wanted. That was an easy day for me. Then day 9 came. Day 9 was actually quite fun for me because, as many of you know, and I think I've mentioned it before on social media, whatever it is, I am Mexican, so therefore I am really interested. Well, I don't know, a lot of Mexicans are not interested in it, but I am interested in pre-Hispanic culture and all of that history and tradition. So I really wanted to draw something that was related to that, because at school we don't learn a lot about these cultures. Like, of course we see them, we make like little projects and like cardboards and stuff, but we don't really see them. Like, honestly I know more about Christopher Columbus than Aztecs and Mayans. Like, what? But it's a culture I am really interested in, and one of my favorite characters is the feathered snake, which I like snakes, so this is a feathered one. Like, I love it. And this god name was Quetzalcoatl, and I really like the whole aesthetic of it. So for day 9 I had some fun and drew Quetzalcoatl. It was really fun to make. I honestly had fun making it. I felt a little bit insecure at the time of posting this, but this is actually so far one of the most liked drawings on Instagram, which actually surprised me. So I am happy it got accepted so quickly, and thank you guys for liking it. It really made me feel less insecure. I don't know why I feel insecure about this one, but sometimes sometimes it's just drawings that you work for so many hours on, and then you look at them and you're just like, oh no. And of course I would change many things on it, but since this is traditional art, there's no such thing as editing your artwork, so I just had to go with the flow. Possibly I will, for the art book I'm trying to make, I will try to fix some values so it is the most high quality color and printing. I don't know. But yeah, I love Quetzalcoatl so much, and I'm so sad that when I was like in history class I didn't get taught more about this culture, because this feather snake is not only mentioned in Mexican pre-Hispanic cultures, but it was also mentioned in North American Native American tribes and also in South America. So it is like an American god a lot of cultures mention, and I think he's really interesting. So I mean, I just love Quetzalcoatl. What else can I say? I tried to follow like as close as I could his design the ancient artist made for him, but it was hard to follow their anatomy. I don't know what was going on. I was looking at this and I was like, which one is his leg and which one is his arm, first of all. But I think I give it my own twist. I like it. I mean, people liked it. It's just a good drawing, I guess. I hope you like it. So day 10 was Lineal Witch. And I actually had a lot of fun drawing this one because I love snakes. I really do love snakes and they are so cute, and honestly I would draw snakes all day if I could. And this one was inspired by an albino python, which is one of my favorite types of snake. So you can see her little tail. It's, according to me, it's albino python, okay? Don't make me feel bad. I try my best. There's only so much detail I can add in the tail without it looking too clustered. So I try to keep the scale simple and cute, you know, like not too much but enough to make you know that she has scales in her little tail. So that's it. Color wise, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I don't plan these at all. I seriously just start mixing inks and hoping it looks good, and that's my plan in all of these. So I don't have anything like planned at all, like, oh, I'm gonna go for a certain color scheme. Actually, I go for the opposite if I plan it. For this one, I wanted her to have curly hair and sort of like be blonde, but she turned out having straight hair and it's kind of orange, but I mean I still like it. I also added a little oil lamp because I thought that would be a cute touch, and yeah, that's it for her. Day 11 was Angel Witch, and I actually had a lot of fun with this one because I'm trying to practice drawing wings more, and honestly I just like it. There's no much to it, like, other than me liking. I keep getting notifications, OMG. And honestly, I got inspired by this sort of trend fashion. I don't know what it's called, but I basically really like when on a runway models wear suits, because it's this mix of being feminine but also wearing a suit that makes you look like really cool and powerful and strong. And I just like that, and also kind of like androgynous fashion. Did I say that right? Androgynous fashion. And I just really like that fashion. I really wanted to create something different, so I thought, an angel, what can I make? How can I make an angel more interesting? Well, give her a suit. She looks 100% more interesting, I assure you. I actually don't know, but I thought it looked cool. I think she looks cool. Like, I will look up to her. Like, is it just me? I just like her. And there's not much to it. This is actually the simplest character there was, but honestly, there's not too much you can add to a suit. So yeah, I feel good about this one. I think people liked it too. A friend messaged me saying she wanted to marry her, so I think that's a good thing. And then day 12 came, and it was Anubis. I actually really like this one because I just love drawing her little face. I think she's so cute. I think she looks she looks so Rojo-like. I don't know what you would call her. I just really like her and making her, and I don't know, there's not much to it. It is a very simple design according to me. She has no shoes, but that's how I like her design. I don't know, I could have given her shoes, but in Egyptian hieroglyphs, most of them were barefoot. So there's that. Not much to say about this one other than I like how it came out. Like, yeah, boy, she's cute. And let's move on to the next day. The next day I had to do a night witch, and I actually really liked making this one because I love designing armor. I really love medieval knight and that sort of fantasy mixed in with dark magic. Like, I really like video games like Diablo and Dark Souls, so I took that as, I didn't reference them exactly, like I didn't look up images, but I just kept the aesthetic of it in my heart. And that's something I've really liked drawing since I was young, just drawing armor and girls in armor. So there's that. There's not much to say other than I really like, or I don't know if you will say like, the thing I did with her helmet, which again, as with the mecha, I tried to make it like, if you look at her, you will not only be like, oh, she's just a knight, but she actually has her helmet. Sort of, I'm not saying it's perfect. I tried, but I tried to make it look like a witch hat shape without actually being a witch hat. I actually think it looks interesting, and if she were to go into battle, it will protect her helmet even more. If she were to receive a hit or something of the sort, sometimes people don't think it, because they might say I draw revealing ladies, but I do like to think about the practical use of the things I create for my characters, and I think this design oriented decision would also help her in battle, so she is well protected in her head. That's all I have to say for that. There's not much to it other than I like knights and she's a knight, so there you go, guys. Let me see how I can focus this. Yeah, I'm finding the camera. Then the last day for the second week was Pharaoh, which I actually really like doing. I was watching a documentary on Cleopatra, and it was interesting, alright, other than, well, except for the fact which her poor woman, okay, first of all, imagine living in a family where you were scared of your own siblings and everyone in your family because your family's history was filled with betrayal and backstabbing, because everybody wanted the power and they were just killing each other. Like, you found a dead person on the hallway, like, oh, there goes again my uncle trying to get the power. But she made it. She actually had to kill her younger brother and sister. She had an interesting life. But I didn't want to draw Cleopatra exactly because a lot of people draw her already. I don't know, I just didn't I love Cleopatra, but I was not feeling her, so I went for, that's why I added a pharaoh, because for royals like Cleopatra as women, I feel like they didn't use as many embellishments as the pharaohs did, and I really wanted to add that thing they used in their head, which I wish I could give you a more technical and appropriate word for it, but I am trying to record this as fast as I can so I can get it out. But I just wanted to draw a girl with pharaoh inspired clothing, so here it is, my pharaoh girl, and I hope I don't offend anyone by making a pharaoh into a woman. But from what I saw in that documentary, Egyptians were very liberal, even more than the Romans. I think it was the Romans. Well, never mind. Let's just close this up. Basically, this is all for week 2, and I actually had a lot of fun this week. You can see I actually tried experimenting more with color and trying to make my own concoctions. You can see that this thing is where I try out all the colors, and it's just a mess, but I understand it, okay? So there's all the drawings, and my favorite of the week was, it's actually kind of tough to choose this week. I was not expecting to have to choose a favorite one, because I'm actually quite happy with all of them. But if I had to choose a favorite one, I think it would be Anubis. So yeah, it was hard to choose, but I just really like her. She's cute. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoy my Inktober so far. If you have any opinions or requests or any other sort of constructive criticism, it would be highly appreciated. I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!